during the first term, it was entirely defensible to talk about Donald Trump's track record of having made all of this money, his vast real estate holdings, the expectation that his family was still going to be in business. Fine, I can accept that. What's happened subsequently is something else entirely. His sons are enriching themselves, investing in rare earth minerals. They're now defense contractors, and now they're crypto tycoons. They didn't have a competency for any of these industries before. Now there is so much credible reporting at this point on an almost daily, weekly basis now of them having insider information and making trades and dealing with companies who are directly involved with the administration.
So Joe keeps talking about, I mean, she has voted with the conservative majority a lot. It's just that sometimes she doesn't, which I don't know. Isn't that what we're supposed to see?
I think so many Americans, and this is true of pundits, it's true of regular everyday Americans as well, and it's certainly true of like folks on the MAGA contingent who have lost confidence in the courts as the president has been more openly critical of them, seem to have this perspective that the way you should feel about the court has everything to do with whether or not they're ruling in the way that you like on various issues. And I must be in a weird minority. I am happy to see justices make decisions that seem out of step with what you would expect from them as a conservative or liberal justice. But when you read the opinion, there is an argument there. There's a case that's being made. And they're doing it on the merits, on the basis of principle. You've seen actually Sotomayor and Ketanji Brown Jackson break ranks with their party and vote in different directions because they see the issues in particular ways.
Do you think liberals are wrong to call this court essentially captured by MAGA?
Absolutely.
And by Trump?
But do recent rulings suggest to you that the court is captured? I mean, you've certainly saw decisions in just this
I think they're inconsistent. I actually think they're inconsistent. Because, how do you do a ruling on one case around gerrymandering in Alabama 2 years ago and then to a totally different ruling on another case?
Are you concerned about progressive attempts to delegitimize the courts, to talk about court packing schemes and various other things, insisting that the courts have been completely overtaken, despite the fact that you get rulings like today that are clearly checking executive power at a pretty regular clip?
Well, I would ask you, do you think that the Supreme Court was right when they said Trump should be able to overthrow an election without any...
insist on answering questions with questions.
Well, no. If there's a far left person delegitimizing the entire court, then absolutely that's bad. But I think the court does have some concerns with allowing billionaires to buy elections.
That's wishful thinking. That is not the conventional wisdom that AOC is the leading candidate on their left. But certainly lots of Republicans hope that's the case. The DSA bonanza, the DSA's achievements recently have been a bit of a bonanza for a party that is being roiled by infighting at the moment.